In this video, I'll show you how to create links from a page to itself to immediately boost your SEO. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it in WordPress. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do it in straight HTML. So whichever website you have, you'll be able to do this. We're going to use my blog as an example for this. So this is my website touched by a song. We're going to go to the blog section. So what I'll do is I'll find a post that already ranks pretty well for its keywords, but I want to give it that extra boost. And of course, in your case, you should do this for all your important pages if it's aesthetically acceptable for whatever your page is, if it makes sense to add. So I'll show you how it's going to look like. As an example, what you're going to want to end up with is a table of contents. I'll show you how it looks like. So here's a page, interesting metaphors and songs. What it's going to end up looking like is, you see there's a table of contents right here. So let's say I click on Sound of Silence. Notice the URL is going to stay the same URL, but it's just going to change a little bit. If I click on it, and the page is going to jump to the part of the page where that section about that song, Sound of Silence, is. So I'll click it, and notice the page jumped, same URL, but it just added this little extra £, songs with metaphors, Sound of Silence, and it landed me right here. Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel. Okay, great. So let's do this together on a post that does not have a table of contents already. I like this idea of songs with imagery just because I think when music is inspiring and poetry is inspiring, it has powerful imagery in it that we kind of see and we feel. So in music, it's a thing, that's how music makes you feel. So I love this post actually, and I would like to make it rank higher because also you see I'm promoting my song. So if people are searching on Google, songs with imagery, I want to really give it a boost. And you see that this page does not have a table of contents, and I really want people to land on it because the first song is my song that I'm trying to promote. So here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to figure out where on this page the table of contents should be. Now, because I want people to click on this song, I don't necessarily want it as the first thing because it's going to push down my actual content that I want seen. So perhaps I will put that table of contents right below this first paragraph, just because it's still prominent, but at the same time, it's not the first thing people see. Because to be fair, this is for people, it should help people navigate the page better, especially for long pages. But to be completely honest, I'm really hoping for SEO benefits here. So what we're going to do, just for ease of use for us, you'll see why this is useful in the future. I'm just going to open a new tab with this page. But on this original tab, I'm going to edit post, and it's going to take me to WordPress, and we're going to work with blocks. And just in case you're not familiar with blocks, it's a relatively new concept. Like maybe you have an older blog and you wrote the post by hand. This is a different post. I just want to show you quickly how to change from the old version to blocks. So if I, for example, click on the post, just kind of select the post, right? You see right here, I have this option, convert to blocks. And then I just basically click it, and it basically thinks for a second and redoes everything, converts to blocks. I can click to update it, and so done. Now you're ready to start working with blocks. And notice that this was right here is where I wanted to add this table of contents. And what I'll do is, let's start with linking actually just for effect. Let's try to link the content that's on the bottom. So my original songs with imagery, that's the post. So I'll select a block, let's say this heading of this subsection, and I'm going to go on the right side into advanced, you see, and I'm going to give this block an HTML anchor. So original songs, okay. Alex Gnedinik, songs with imagery, right? Because we're trying to rank this post for songs with imagery. So I'm going to copy that, Control-C. So this block right here already is going to have an anchor, meaning that the place where I decided to put my table of contents, which is going to be right here, I'm going to add Alex Gnedinik's original songs with imagery. And then I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to link to this. And what I'm going to type is I'm going to just paste that anchor text, but I'm also going to go and just basically grab the URL. So I control C that, I copy that, and I'm going to paste the URL right at the beginning. And then I'm going to just add a # after the URL and before the anchor text. So if I scroll through it, you'll see what it looks like. So at first I have the original URL of this page, touchedbyasong.com/songs with imagery, and then #, and then the anchor text that I made. And then I'm going to press this enter. So now you see it's highlighted. Probably it's a good idea to style it, maybe with bullet point. That's nice. And then I'm going to style the table of contents. Maybe I'll just bold it for now. Okay, so we've got the table of contents. Then we're going to update this page and see what's going to happen. Now, when I go to this URL, see it's updated. Okay, when we refresh, we're supposed to have a table of contents right there. So refresh and you see everything's intact, but we have a table of contents. And then when I click on this link, this URL will stay the same, except it's just going to add a # and something on the end of it. So you see we're going to click this link and it's going to go all the way down in the page, and it added this # and anchor text to our URL. So the page is the same, but now we have a table of contents. Now our table of contents right now just has one item in it, but that's just because we're starting. So what we're going to do is, a song with dark imagery, whatever that is, let's add that. So just so that we learn how to do it. So we're going to go all the way down and we're going to find that heading, song with dark imagery. We're going to highlight that. We're going to go on the block on the right, advanced, and we're going to add the HTML anchor here. So we're going to add that. And just to speed things up, I already made this link here, you see, and I already put everything in there, like the original URL is there, the # and song with dark imagery is there. I'm going to save that, update. And so when I refresh the page, it should have 2 items now in our table of contents. There it is. And the idea is that if I click on this song with dark imagery, it should make me go down there to this paragraph about song with dark imagery. And so in your case, you would do this for all of your paragraphs. And notice that I was able to add keywords in the anchor text as well. And so that's how you do this with WordPress. Now, a couple of words of caution and for debugging. Sometimes if you don't see these blocks like this, you may have other plugins installed which prevent you from seeing this. Like I actually had a plugin installed that made me have the classic WordPress editor. So that could be a problem. And then you go through it, and basically the idea is that you'll create a table of contents that's, not too many, like between 5 and 10 is great. And you just want to have keyword-rich URLs, keyword-rich anchor texts, but also ones that read nicely for people, because after all, you don't want to turn off your human readers, because, that's going to have negative SEO impact long term. But the idea is this should help your SEO. So you see, it just takes minutes per post after you get better at it, and you're positioning yourself to get more out of your on-page SEO. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do this with just writing HTML by hand in case you don't use WordPress.